Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. And when I said yesterday we've got big decisions to make, damn, there's so much going on right now. There's tons going on. So, since I did my video yesterday, we've had this new Altar of Souls pop up with the kind of like summoning pool, basically for all of the kind of like crazy legendaries or the Unity guys, right? Teox is in the mix, which for me makes this extremely attractive because he is absolutely bonkers if you own him. Even if you don't own a bunch of lizards, by the way, he is crazy in Hydra. So Teox in the mix is kind of massive. And I guess let's just work out what's going on here. We have got, with these shards, 75% chance of an epic rarity, 25. So 1 in 4 is a legendary. And then you've got, I guess, because you kind of want this 4-star or above for it to be properly useful. 4-star or above is where it's at, okay? So you've got, what, nearly 30% chance of it being a good legendary if you pull legendary. So 1 in 4 and then just under 1 in 3. So basically it's about a 1 in 13, I think, chance of it being a 4-star or above legendary. Then it needs to be the one you want. For me, it would be Teox, which is like a 1 in 7. Don't know, the numbers start to spiral, right? The numbers start to spiral pretty massively because that will then be, what, 7 times 13 if I'm doing maths good, which I might not be. So, but going the other way, like, so 1 in 13 becomes like a 1 in 80, 1 in 90 chance, something like that, I think, if I'm doing maths particularly well, and I might not be. In terms of the epics in the pool here, you've got good ones as well. So epics that you would use, like Deke, Fat Man, Akemtum, Phoenix, Shamal. But like, there's a whole ton of epics you would use here, honestly. Ugo, Venomage, Stag Knight. So that's good. Now you can earn, I say earn, you do need to burn energy to do it, but you can earn these in some ways in game. If you play on Player in Play, you can see this going on to the home screen. I'm pretty sure here, yeah, press this one up the top and you get to see the different events that are going on right now. And you can see here we got the one for Sand Devil where you earn yourself some of these fragments. Are they anywhere else? I'm not seeing them anywhere else unless they pop up in something which is unusual. So it looks like this is going to be our way. I'm sure there's normally 2 ways to get them, but I'm not seeing anything obvious here. And it might be because we've got this Odin's Trial one at the same time. But anyway, Sand Devil is a guaranteed way to get some. How much is it per pull? 45. I think it's exactly that. I did farm mine overnight. So let's see. Yeah, 45. So you get 1 guaranteed pull from Sand Devil if you can get your points in. And there's a lot of other stuff going on, right? So there's no guarantees that you're going to be able to do that. Now, Odin Fusion is coming towards an end, but there was this kind of like last summon rush event for those who were short and decided that they do want to do it. So at 2,750 points and then at 5,500, 5,500's a lot. It's like 11 sacreds if it's normal. Yeah, and it is. So you get these fragments. So it could be a way to get yourself out of jail. I need to actually use this. I'm short 25 fragments. So I need to get to 2750. Bearing in mind all the stuff I said yesterday, like there's bound to be a Deck of Fates very soon. And it's bound to be for that Freya event, right? The other thing though is there's these hammer points, hammer time points in here. And it's well, like really deep into Summon Rush. So there's what, 200 points in here already. And when we saw it yesterday, there was some that we could miss. But if you want that 5-star soul for Thor, then you've got to go deep into this. And there's cool rewards when you get to this sort of stage. But honestly, this stage is pretty good rewards. But up until the rest of it is pretty trash, I would say. Not terrible, but pretty terrible. So you don't really start to get some good rewards until you hit this kind of 280. But I would say, if you can do it, and I remember doing it on my free-to-play for Rathalos, if you can hit 4-star, it's really strong if you picked up Thor. And if you can hit 5-star, it's insanely strong. Like, just saying it. Do what you can do, but it does make a massive difference to these champs if you pick up high-level souls, the way they've built the game out now. But it does mean that you'd have to do stuff like this summon rush now. Like, they've thrown it in there. You need to get a decent chunk of points here if you want to be in the running. And there's a good chance there will be another summoning event within this Titan event. In fact, have they told us already? I know Never has done a bit of a guide on the website on this. I'll link this down below. So basically, similar to what we do with our Fusion guide, he's going to do the Titan event guide, keeping it up to date as much as he can. So he's gone through the announcement here of how it's going to run. You'll be able to earn the 1,010 week 1, 740 week 2, earning a maximum 1,750 points, and you'll need 1,500 points. So there's a 250 spare, which means that this summon rush you could ignore, and you still earn enough points doing the other stuff. I don't think we know all of the other stuff yet, though. We do know some of it. Maybe we do know all of it. Maybe I've just missed this announcement. So we've got the Odin's Trial, going to give you points. The Artifact event, so more silver burning. Arena, Dragon Turn Attack Tournament, and a Champion Training. Champion Chase, yeah, there's another summoning event here. Dungeon Divers, and then Finite. So it looks like we know all of the points drawn. I didn't realize this already. So this is cool. As I say, Neville will kind of keep this up to date, just talking you through the best way to score points and you know, those things that you need to do to make this happen. But it looks like you're going to have to do one of 2 summoning events. Champion Chase generally is slightly easier because you can do it whilst, you know, just summoning anything. It's summoning a champion that you pulled from, you know, Doom Tower, or past fusions that you've got saved up, or someone like Mithrala or Lydia. Like, there's other ways to do it, but still it's going to be similar type of toughness in terms of points, I would think. So bear that in mind as well. Now, they do have right now to try and tempt people. Like, they're really pushing people to use their shards right now. And I think it's because of the Freya event and stuff that's coming. They do have this 2 times, no, not 2 times, sorry, yet an extra legendary event running. So if you've got Sacreds and you're going for the summon rush for those events, it's not a bad time to do it. Right now, we have got Aislinn in here, who is very strong. All of these Unity guys are very strong. A lot depends on other champs that you've got in this faction to really bring them to life. Aislinn is strong. He's a massive protector. Gives you block damage and all sorts of craziness. We've got Fina, who I think is the one that's better for Hydra, if I remember. Allies dealing more damage. Turn me to feel. Allies ignoring defense. Buffs for your team. Okay, so maybe not actually. Maybe it's not the one I thought it was. Falmond, who's extremely strong if you have got Armands. Like, these 2 paired together extremely well for Sacred Order. I was just checking as well. Falmond is not the guy I thought it was originally as well. Pretty sure this is the guy who is just insane for damage. Ignores 25% of defenses of targets that have no buffs. Is this a guy that just cannot die, basically? Let's have a look. Decreases the damage taken by this champion by 10% for each turn taken by an ally or enemy before his next turn. So basically he gets this insane damage reduction, and I think he's got an absolute cannon of a hit for this one. So quite an interesting one. However, that's today's. Tomorrow is when it gets a little bit crazy, because tomorrow is going to be Vizug, who looks absolutely sweet from an Ogren Tribes perspective, with like burn mechanics and all that type of craziness going on. Really, really strong. Probably the strongest non-void, non-mythical champion in the game. And up there, honestly, is one of the strongest champions in the game. Certainly for Hydra and for PvP. With the right comps, Teox is insane. He's coming up tomorrow. I probably made a mistake, actually. I have got 3 copies of this guy, and I made him +2. I should have just kept another copy of him for a different Hydra team. He's that strong. So Teox, absolutely nuts. It's going to be tomorrow. And then Bolint. Who is Bolint? Is this the Skinwalker guy? Yeah. Bolint here, with this awesome Warhammer, by the way, is going to be part of tomorrow's one as well. All the stunning going on. Probably not as strong as some of the other ones, but crazy control. And yeah, still decent. But certainly for me, if I'm going to do this event, just making sure it does last the whole thing. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, I'm going to be summoning for this tomorrow and seeing if I can get myself another Teox whilst doing the summon rush. So, as I said yesterday, loads of stuff going on. We're running out of time on Thor. So if if you're like me having to wait on another 25 fragments, just make sure you don't run out of time to summon Thor, because that would be tragedy. But yeah, I don't know. It's they're clearly trying to get us to burn shards right now. Like it's very, very clear to me that something is coming as part of this, and I imagine it's just a Freya event, honestly, but something's going to be coming, and then it'll be decisions as to whether or not you're going to buy shards because you've depleted everything that you had. I guess to round this video out, we're going to use my free one, and then I will decide if I'm going to spend or not on these. But let me just check what my Teox is looking like. I'm pretty sure he's only 1 star. He's 2 star. So I've got the 1 in, what did I say? 1 in, if my maths is even close to right, 1 in 90 odd chance that this is going to be a 4 star or above Teox. It's gold. It's Fina. It's useless to me. I was like, I was on the right path. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's $100 for 1100. What's that? 22-ish, 22 pulls, maybe 23 pulls. Yikes. Anyway, have yourself a good one. I'll see you in the next one.